This episode of the Gold Blooded Podcast is brought to you by mybookie.ag, mybookie.ag. Use promo code GOLDBLOOD, one word, to match up to 100% of your initial deposit.
3rd and 3. We'll see a pickup sometime on the right side, possibly. Montana looking, throwing in the end zone.
We're just getting started.
Young almost falls down, throws to the end zone.
It will change, and I'm not trying to tell you something. It's going to change. It's not like that. Okay, but I want you to understand where I'm coming from. It will change, and it will change because they wanted to change, not because of me. It will change because they want to be champions.
Smith in a gun, the throw on his left hip. 3rd down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking, got it, post, and it's good! Touchdown, 40. Vernon Davis with the play of his life. It all comes to this 4th down. 4th and 4 at the San Francisco 10. Ryan in a shotgun. Rodgers to his left. 3 receivers right. Ryan takes the snap. Looking, pressure, throws middle. Broken up, biting. Navarro Bowman. And the 49ers silence the house.
Oh, shit. We're the 4-0 Gold Blooded Podcast. They're 4-0. We're 4-0. Here's what we're not going to discuss tonight. The handshake before the game or anything that came after it. Don't give a fuck. Here's what we are going to discuss tonight. Actually, I don't know. We'll probably talk about that.
We're definitely going to talk about the injuries.
We're definitely going to... Steve can't even wait. He wants to stop me now. Well, the first injury we should talk about is me. I'm fucked up. I had surgery yesterday, and I'm just not sitting right. So you'll either hear...
I think you're sitting fine.
Doesn't sound right. I had surgery yesterday, and I'm not sitting right. What'd you have surgery on, Joe?
My mouth. So.
They going the hard way or what?
I don't know. Yeah.
If it's changing the way you sit, I think they went the wrong way.
They went back door. No, I'm just not. I'm not right. So
I'm glad you have an unbreakable chair right now, though.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
Oh,
Wait.
there was a spider crawling up the screen.
Oh, I thought you
It's
were
up in the top left corner there.
Yeah,
Sure.
we got a problem here.
Yep.
All right. Well, with that said, that's my injury. Steve, go.
Yep. Jalen Hurd to IR.
These were before the game, but after we podcasted.
Yeah. We were anticipating the return from the Week 1 preseason hero, but we are not going to see him at all this year. I don't know. Maybe he is designated to return.
I just heard. I want to say Mayoko, one of those fucking Mats that sucks, is friends with his agent and saw him after the game, and the agent said he will definitely be back after Week 12.
Oh, all right.
That's what the agent said, and made it sound like he's pissed that he's not out there and he's dying to get out there.
All right. So there's that.
We can bring. We don't. I guess you don't have to designate when you put them on IR which one you're bringing back until it's time to bring them back.
How many are you allowed to bring back?
2 only.
Okay, well, Trent
That's
Taylor
the problem.
is definitely one, without question.
He's healing.
Yeah, I mean, I assume.
That's what I mean. Like if he has a set, that's why it's good that you don't have to name
Right.
him. Because if he has a setback or something else goes wrong while he's rehabbing, you can change that.
I would say 99% chance Trent Taylor will be returning. So that leaves you with one. Mm-hmm. There's your other one right here. I mean, I don't think Jason Verrett's going to do anything to raise his stock while he's sitting on IR. So,
and I don't think it matters with the way E-Man played. So
yeah. All right. Yep. Jason Verrett to IR. We signed our old
favorite.
buddy, old friend, cornerback Dante Johnson.
I misspelled that.
Otherwise
it's Big
known
Dick
as
Johnson.
Big Dick Johnson.
Cock size returning to length.
We got so many big cocks and horse cocks and big dicks. Who's got the small cock?
Me, us.
I would say Nick Bosa.
Okay.
That'd be my guess.
All right. Or
Big jacked white guy.
Yeah.
Do you know his Instagram handle?
Little dick.
Small Bear.
Yeah.
Say?
It's NB Small Bear.
I can read these kind of things.
We signed.
Oh yeah, he's got a tight dick, tight package. I could see.
Overcompensating. That's why he's a fucking animal.
I could see him standing there just with a little fucking little
I
thing.
bet he's got a big truck with big tires. All overcompensating
Definitely
everywhere you
hits
look.
women. Allegedly.
I didn't say that.
So we signed a wide receiver that spent training camp with us, Jordan Matthews. So pretty much what everybody expected. We released him so that we could keep other players that teams would have wanted. And Jordan Matthews was pretty much just an extension, but he was, instead of with the team, sitting on his couch just waiting for a phone call. Jimmy Ward ended up playing this week, coming off the finger injury.
Played well, right?
Huh?
Played well.
He did.
Yeah.
Tevin Coleman returned this week off of the high ankle sprain. Definitely a week earlier than I anticipated. I didn't think he was going to make it back this soon.
And he played well as well.
He did.
Wow.
Kyle Juszczyk suffered an MCL sprain, and he will be out 4 to 6 weeks.
That's so shit dicks.
Mike McGlinchey,
This is double shit dicks.
as of a few hours ago, kind of took me by surprise. He's going to
Breaking
be
news.
out 4 to 6 weeks. He's getting arthroscopic knee surgery.
What the fuck, Steve?
I know.
It never ends.
I know.
Shit puddle.
Well, whatever.
Well, don't worry. You know who's filling in for him?
Yes, I do. Who's filling in for him?
You gotta.
Chris, you want to tell us who's filling in for
Who's
him?
filling in for Mike
I can't do it
McGlinchey?
today. You gotta do it. I'm on the IR today.
Brunskill!
That's all right, guy. So I feel okay about things. If not for the very reason that next week we'll be cursing. Brunskill.
He's been Brunskill for so long. I don't know his first name. What's his first name?
Brumski.
Dave?
It's Brumski.
Mike?
Brum.
John?
It's Brumski.
Okay, Brumski. Perfect.
That's it.
And final injury is we need an update on Riri.
The update on Riri the cat.
Yeah.
So as we know, the mobile vet came. They said to keep an eye on the deal. We've sent them pictures, but today I feel that we had a bit of a breakthrough. I feel the dark discoloration is breaking in his eye, and the pure yellow is starting to shine through again. But I could just be high on drugs.
Could be both. It could be happening while you're high on drugs.
It's definitely not or.
No.
It's either I'm high on drugs or I'm high on drugs and it's getting better.
Yes.
Agreed. Chris, what's his first name?
Daniel. I knew it was a basic name.
Danny. Good old Danny Brumski.
All right.
Do we want to talk about? Do you want to do this chronologically
What the
or importance level?
What the prediction?
The our competition or their competition? Because ours was first chronologically.
I say we save that for episode 2.
Okay. Let it rip.
We had a field goal kicking competition, and you are going to have to wait till the next episode to find out what happened.
Edge of our seats, Steve.
All right. Predictions for last week. Curran won the prediction game. He predicted a blowout, correct?
Squeaked it out.
Here's what's amazing. First of all, the little cunt beat me by 1 point. 2, the fucking guy can't even manage to go on ESPN.com or whatever every week and read an actual ditty. And then he comes through and he beats me by 1 point.
What was his prediction? I'm curious.
It was, I don't know.
All right.
I got it.
I
have
did
them
the
all.
math. It was, I know.
It was close.
It was 15 to 16 points away off.
He had 32 to 17,
Okay.
and Joe had 34 to 16.
Ah.
So had Robbie Gould made his field goals, Joe might have
Right.
squeaked it out,
Very true.
or at least one of them.
Yeah.
I have something very important after watching this game to say.
Okay.
Fuck the Cleveland Browns.
Uh-huh.
Fuck Baker Mayfield. And fuck you for ever implying that fucking team had a better fucking outlook than us. Great.
can't-
Go
I
fucking
can't
sign every
smile.
fucking player you can fucking sign and come into San Francisco and get your fucking dick kicked in. That fucking team sucks a dick and got their ass fucking handed to them from the first play of the fucking game.
They did
There was
that.
not a fucking chance to win that game. I don't care who the fuck they signed. They're still the fucking Browns.
Yeah, they proved to be who
We all thought they were.
Yeah, not me. I thought there was hope in Cleveland.
And
I admit it. I thought there was real hope in Cleveland.
From the first play of that game, that team reeks of desperation.
I mean, I knew they were
First
going to
play
get
of
beat,
scrimmage,
but-
you're going to play a fucking joke play to fucking back to OBJ with the... Get the fuck out of here.
Can I tell
that
you-
reeks of desperation.
Can I tell you I fucked up? I thought the game started at 8:25, so I put it on at like 8:22, and they were 7 minutes into the game, and they were just scoring the touchdown. Like Brady was just trotting in. I'm like,
I didn't get home until 8:50. I didn't get to start the game until 9, so I shut my phone off at 8:15 and had it all recorded.
yeah.
It was kind of awesome. When you do that, you really risk. Like if they were going to lose, I want to know from the updates on my phone so I don't waste my time getting my heart broke.
Yeah, you're taking a
But
chance.
it worked out so good.
Yeah.
It's such a fucking great feeling. And when you come out first play of the game with a fucking flea flicker, throw, get the fuck out.
I didn't even... I still
Total
haven't seen
desperation.
that, yeah.
And then we come out first play with a fucking draw for an
For
83-yard
80, yeah.
touchdown. Suck my dick.
The other spectacular fuck you to Odell Beckham was the punt return. Mm-hmm. When that
Hey,
happened...
what are you doing?
Yeah.
First of all...
What are you doing?
That tells me everything I need to know about that coaching staff.
They
That's
just-
your guy. That's your only. You have told us that's your only chance to win by the ways you found to give him the ball. That offense is only going to do good if he does good. That's what they're saying by the fact that they're doing reverses and handoffs and pitches, everything they could do to get the ball in his hands. They're telling us that that's their only
Except
chance.
throw it to him.
And they got him on a fucking punt return down by fucking 30 points. What are you doing? What a fucking joke.
They're fucked.
They're totally fucked.
I think Mr. Freddie Kitchens is going to be a one and done.
For sure.
And you know what I find hilarious is that Cleveland was so fucking pathetic and excited that they found a quarterback last year that throughout their coaching hire, they consulted with rookie quarterback Baker Mayfield
And I
about
like-
who the next coach should be.
I like what he does. I like that he's gritty and he's a fucking gamer and but without a quarterback developing coach, he's never going to get better.
How
Like,
pathetic and desperate do you need
What a
to be to consult with a rookie quarterback that played 13 games about a massive decision as in a new head coaching hire?
such a joke.
Do you think Aaron Rodgers got consulted about them hiring LaFleur? No.
And they don't even get along.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers wasn't consulted about his coaching
And he doesn't
hire,
even want him.
But Baker Mayfield was. That is Cleveland in a fucking nutshell.
Amazing.
Pathetic. All right, offense off the top, we had 446 total yards, 171 passing, 245 rushing. We went 6 for 16 on third down, 2 for 3 in the red zone. We allowed 2 sacks, 4 quarterback hits, and 7 tackles for loss. We committed 0 turnovers.
That was a positive.
I think a lot of things were positive. And
The run game was a positive.
yeah.
A huge positive,
Yeah.
but you got to believe that that's now going to take a little bit of a hit with the two men that are out 4 to 6 weeks.
That is definitely factual because Kyle Shanahan has been running behind Mike McGlinchey all season long, and he is a massive reason why we have been top of the league in rush yards per game. So is it going to take a hit? Probably, but I don't think it's just going to shit the bed.
We don't know what, because we also were told how much of a hit we were going to take having Justin School replacing Joe Staley.
Right.
And we came out and destroyed the next team that we placed. So who knows?
Yep.
Yeah, I just figure at some
Well-
point they got to catch up, especially with a blocking back like the fullback.
The talk all week was Akella Witherspoon and Joe Staley.
Yes, it was, and not
Real
complete
big hits, right?
non-factors. Yeah.
In fact, I don't know if Akella Witherspoon knocks that ball down in the end zone that E-Man did.
And I really think that that's the difference between a championship caliber team and a
For sure.
bottom dweller. When you lose one player and he's actually a big deal, it kills your morale if you're a bottom dweller, and if you're a championship level team, it's just next man up. It just doesn't matter. You just keep going.
Absolutely.
Giddy up.
I mean, you said that Jimmy Garoppolo addressed the hit to the face that he took by him falling, which is factual, but nobody can convince me that Olivier Vernon didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah, who knows?
We talked about it. I watched a game. It was my birthday, so I watched a game with a couple buddies. We hit the rig. It was nice, but we definitely rewound on that play. It was like, that fucking guy just punched Jimmy G in the head. Like, did you see when it happened?
Yes.
Yeah.
Knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
So Breda not only had the 83-yard touchdown run, which was perfectly blocked by everybody, and he was just way too fast for Brown safety Demarius Randall, but on the next drive, or maybe it was 2 drives later, he shakes a defender on a Texas route for a 5-yard touchdown pass. All Matt Breda in the first quarter. In the first 5 minutes of the game. This is only 5 minutes into the game. And it felt like an entire half of football had been played because so much had happened.
They took their heart out in the first, on both sides of the ball.
I almost didn't give you any options on the Beasts of the Week, to be honest. I almost just wrote one on each. Because they're going to be clean sweeps. They better be.
Yeah. So, eventually, Myles Garrett did get through. He was able to swat and get around Mike McGlinchey for a sack in the second quarter.
He's going to get one.
He's going to get one.
Maybe 2, you know?
Yeah. So, we're approaching the 2-minute warning before the half, and Kyle decides to go for it on a 4th and 1 at the Browns' 27-yard line. I fucking love it. I love the aggression. I want to see more 4th and 1s going for.
With the way Bobby G is kicking, you got to.
Well, somebody learned their lesson in the Super Bowl.
Yes. I mean,
that's all that it said to me. I went, okay, he learned his lesson.
That and all the talk, are the Niners, pretending at 3-0, you know what I mean? I think it was a statement game.
I think that had zero to do with it.
No, I think
they came out and said it. The players came out and said that they wanted to make a statement. They wanted to prove to people that they were for real.
Yeah, they always say that. I don't think Shanahan went, it's 4th down and 1. I'm going to show the NFL that we're for real.
No, but I think they didn't want to let up.
No, of course not. I don't think he ever wants to let up after the Super Bowl. That's my point.
Well, when you have an offensive line that can just road grade the other team like it's nobody's fucking business, why not go for it on every 4th and 2? Shit, I'd even go 4th and 3.
Yeah.
You're averaging, 8 yards a carry? I mean, come on. Yeah, just more 4th and 1, especially in that dead zone where it's a long field goal but a short punt. I will always go for 4th down in that situation.
And what was the play call? It was like a weird play. It
was just an ISO run. Tevin Coleman up the middle. He ends up getting 8 yards on a 4th and 1.
He impressed me.
Yeah, you look good.
For the first time ever.
And it makes me wonder how many other running backs can look good behind this line that you don't have to pay a ton of money to.
Well, they're saying that Tevin Coleman got hurt in the first play of the first game.
Yeah,
so
he did.
all that we've ever seen is an injured Tevin Coleman.
Yeah.
Like, we haven't seen a real.
Okay. Well, fuck him anyway.
Stop paying for running backs. With a line like this, you could get them in the 5th round, 6th round, and undrafted like Matt Breda is.
Matt Breda is like averaging almost the most yards out of anybody.
In the league.
Yeah.
He does. I'm pretty sure he definitely has the highest yards per carry in the league.
6.2.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
So the next play, after going for it on 4th and 1, you get rewarded for doing something intelligent and aggressive. Tevin Coleman, 20-yard touchdown run, and that was led by Weston Richburg, our $50 million center, who's actually living up to the hype this season. He pulls around to make a block 8 yards down the field, and he's looking fantastic.
That's another one that they say was hurt all last year that we didn't know was
Most
hurt
of
until
the year.
after.
A large majority of the year he was playing
we don't
through
know
a
what
quad
we saw.
strain. Yeah, I was very concerned about him coming into this year. If you recall, they were aiming on him returning for the beginning of training camp, and the beginning of training camp came and went, and we didn't see him at all. And then there was, is he going to play in the 4th preseason game? And he didn't. So I was like, man, did we just spend $50 million on a guy that is just perpetually injured? But he is living up to it right now. Even if he does get hurt again, I just want to see that you have the potential to be an elite player. And he has shown that. So offense in the second half comes out throwing.
I have a question.
Yeah.
He can't long snap?
No. I mean, he has to work with the offense every single day. The long snapper.
Yeah, but I mean, just to hold us over for a few weeks, you know?
I know. I mean, maybe he can.
I'm just throwing it out there.
I feel like there's got to be at least someone, I don't know, in the fucking office that they could go, all right, for the next 48 hours straight, you're going to long snap this ball 750 times until you figure it the fuck out so that Robbie Gould can kick a goddamn field goal.
Right.
And
I feel like if you paid me to not have a job
Yeah.
and hired me to be your long snapper and just taught me how to hold the ball and where it's got to go and just let me do it for literally just every day until I figured it out, I can't. It can't take more than 2 weeks, no?
Like if
Jesus.
if we would have had training camp, we definitely could have ironed this out. I'd have put you on a regimen. I could have, yeah.
And nobody's allowed to touch you.
Yeah.
So
I heard I don't maybe it was the broadcast or one of the interviews this week. Somebody You know how they kept saying like he's very picky about who he has, and then that's why we switched the ones we switched. Somewhere along the line, somebody said he handpicked that guy that retired. So we had that other guy, and then we brought in Kondo.
Who didn't have any bad snaps.
No, he just retired.
Yes.
But they say that Robbie said, I want him when he became available.
Yeah.
He said, that's the guy I want.
Yeah.
So they got rid of that Colin, whatever his name was, got Kondo. That was the one he wanted, and then he retired.
And the fact that, like, he retired because he was afraid that his lack of love for the game would screw us.
Look what he's done.
To be honest, he couldn't have done much worse than what we got right now.
Like, how much do you not love?
So his lack of
You can't
love,
go 7 games until we get our guy back.
Look, his lack of love did screw us.
Yeah, I mean, it did.
But the irony is, like, it's not like he's playing linebacker and getting
Exactly.
blown up. Like, like it's the NFL. And, like, it's an undefeated team. Even at the time, it was 2-0, whatever it was. At least wait until they start losing to say that you're loving the game.
But
it's so strange.
He knows that we're getting our lawn snapper back in week 8.
It's so weird.
Like, you can't just make it till then?
Make the paycheck.
Seriously.
It's very strange.
It's got for him. It's got to be $50,000 a week,
Yeah.
right?
And it's
Or
not,
something
yeah,
like
it's not
that?
a guy like Antonio Brown that's got enough money. Like, he doesn't care if he puts
Right.
out the dollar. I mean, he does care, but
This
he'll be
guy's
okay.
probably
He'll be okay.
only made $5 million.
I mean,
in his
it's
NFL
Like, he's
career.
probably got to go to work.
Saying,
Yeah,
no,
for sure.
saying no is a disservice to your family.
So weird.
Fucking idiots.
I mean, shit, if I was his significant other, I'd beat his ass. I'd be like, get the fuck out there. It's 8 weeks.
Put your work boots on then.
So after the half, everybody thinks that we're going to start running the ball. Kyle Shanahan
Clock.
comes out throwing.
Sorry.
Pretty much through the entire drive. The Cleveland Browns defense fell for every single play action. And we capped off the drive with a 22-yard touchdown pass to George Kittle.
That's
Yeah, I'm so happy to see him finally get one.
Yeah. I think
That-
that was his first of the year. That
Yeah.
counted.
Yeah.
That drive is such a Shanahan drive. First of all, coming out after the half and scoring, but also everybody in that stadium, everybody watching that game expected more of the first half of just running it down their throat. And he went, oh, is that what you expect? Cool, try this. Because you know that their defense was adjusting for our running game because that's what beat them.
Yep.
So good.
And a little bit later on, I mean, I as through watching this game, the second half was a little like less, things that happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the
Yep.
game was so out of hand. So I just really notable thing stood out to me was on another drive, George Kittle twice refusing to go down to get the first down.
Oh, on third down.
On third down.
Yeah.
It was like a 3rd and long. And
For sure.
both times you thought he was getting tackled short. Nope.
You know what that tells me? I can't wait till it's a playoff game on the line.
Yep.
Because if you can't stop him in week 4 against the fucking Browns at home, good luck stopping him from getting in the fucking end zone when the fucking season's on the line.
Yeah.
Good luck.
I just fear that someone will get so frustrated they'll do something, because he's that fucking good.
But he's such a good guy. He's not a,
Yeah.
everybody. You could tell that all of the other defenders on the field respect him. And to cap it all off, Pettis.
Oh, and Debo dropped one.
Yeah, Pettis dropped a touchdown.
For sure.
And it was in his fucking hands. That
Yeah.
was unexcusable.
Debo got the ball punched out after he had caught it. Pettis never caught it.
And was wide open lane straight to the end zone.
Like, it could not have been a more perfect dart for a 20-plus yard touchdown. And
Yeah.
the one that he did catch earlier in the game on the sideline, he bobbled it. He was lucky he caught that
He
one.
was.
And I'll tell you another thing.
Uh-oh.
Ever since that
Did
he
he have
made...
to challenge that?
no,
They challenged that.
They
Maybe he
challenged
did.
it and
Yeah,
it
yeah,
stuck. I'll tell you another thing. Ever since he made that touchdown game-winning play,
Last week?
I've seen him on Twitter feeling himself. And first day, I'm like, yeah, you fucking squawk. You deserve it. Second day, third day, fourth day, and he's still kind of feeling himself, puffing his chest out. I'm like, dude,
What's
that
this-
was 4 days ago.
What's he saying?
You could just tell by his bravado.
Ugh.
He's feeling himself. And it's like, dude, move on to the next game. Like, yes, you deserve to fucking squawk for a day, maybe 2 after all of the horse shit that has come at you on social media because of bad
give it up.
reporting.
He's enjoying life.
No. No,
Yes.
he made one catch, one big catch in one game, and I think he enjoyed it a little bit too much.
Okay. fair, I guess. I can't argue because he dropped the fucking ball.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't. The inconsistency. He's made one good play
Did
in
you
4
see
games, and I.
The camera. Did you see Garoppolo's?
Oh yeah, it was very clear he was unhappy,
Yes.
and you don't see that from him much on dropped balls.
Not much. I've only seen that maybe
he
twice.
He wanted it, yeah.
Well, I think it was because there was no one contesting it. He was wide open for a touchdown, and it was a perfect pass.
The last time I saw Jimmy freak out over something that happened was week 1 against Minnesota last year when Kendrick Bourne ran the wrong route, and it ended up going for a pick 6.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, it couldn't have been thrown better. Everything about it was perfect.
You know what the best time of the year is?
Christmas?
No. Think again.
I don't know. A lot of people,
I guess that counts. Christmas is technically the part of the best time of the year.
A lot of people like Halloween.
No, the best time of the year is at the end of a hard week.
That made sense.
Yeah, it's great to sit down, take some time off, and watch some football.
Game-winning touchdowns on 2-minute drives. Running backs racing down the sidelines with no one to stop them like Matt Breida. There's nothing else like the NFL, and there's no better way to make games even more exciting than to bet on them.
So do the smart thing and go to mybookie.ag. No one gives you more ways to win than they do. MyBookie's got the fastest payouts and better lines than any other sports book.
Don't forget, where you're betting is just as important as who you're betting on. And mybookie.ag is the best in the business. It's where I play, and it's where you should, too.
We wouldn't be telling you guys to bet with them if they weren't the best.
Do the smart thing. If you're going to bet football this season, bet with MyBookie.
What kind of guy are you, Joe? Rob? Chris?
I'm the kind of guy that likes to bet a little and win a lot.
How did I know? Because that's every guy. You should try a parlay.
Jesus, Chris.
Trying to read here.
Trying to get dizzy.
We're on the core talking points. We're almost done. If all of your picks come through, you'll multiply your winnings. And no matter how you bet, the NFL season is the best time of the year. I told you guys.
I'll tell you what. Somebody should have taken a 5-team parlay on our fucking locks of the week this week.
Oh, yeah? We
would have got fucking rich.
Come on again.
Yeah, we're on fire.
Dude, we are on fire this year.
Join now, and MyBookie will double your first deposit.
So, on top of using promo code Gold Blood to activate the offer, that's promo code
Gold Blood.
You should also listen to the picks we make and then use those because then you just be in the fucking ducats. So visit mybookie.ag today.
You play,
you win,
you get paid.
All right. Defense.
Off the top.
Richard Sherman pick.
180 total yards allowed, 78 passing, 102 rushing. 1 for 11 on third down allowed. 0 for 2 in the red zone allowed. 4 sacks, 8 quarterback hits, and 6 tackle for losses. 4 turnovers. And yeah, what a night.
Steve, you're going to tell how many points did the offense that is Baker Mayfield, Odell Beckham Jr., Jarvis Landry, and Nick Chubb, how many points did they score?
3.
Huh. LOL.
Well, 0. That was their special teams that scored those.
LOL. That team can eat it.
Agreed.
And John Lynch deserves most of the praise because when they were backed up in their end zone and it was time to put the game away, both the 2 guys that he went out and got this offseason were there to shut him down. Dee Ford and Nick Bosa. And anybody that wanted OBJ, this game should show you exactly why we did not get him.
Yes.
Because we would have not had Nick Bosa.
Nope.
And we would have had OBJ.
Yeah, no, that's a no-brainer for me. I mean, Nick Bosa clearly proved himself as the fucking man. I mean, he did it against the big boys, you know?
He's been building up to this game since the season started.
For sure.
And I honestly could not have been more pleased that it happened on prime time with everybody watching.
And I think that goes hand in hand with him building up his health, too.
I just want to say fuck you to everybody out there who called him scum for some tweets that he had when he was fucking 16 years old and said that drafting him would be a distraction and his teammates are going to hate him.
Dude, he's been the farthest thing from that, from what I can
Literally?
tell. Like,
Did you
he's
watch
not that guy.
Did you watch
Fuck
Sherman's
you.
mic'd up?
A little bit. I saw.
Those two are tight. You can tell that they are friends and they like each other.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if there was anything there, there's no way Sherman's going to be.
Well, he must be a smart guy to talk to Richard Sherman.
Yeah, like the whole time on the sidelines, they're like cutting jokes. He was telling Sherman that he reminded him of the guy from Ice Age, like the squirrel or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're very clearly tight.
Could you imagine, instead of having Nick Bosa, Quinnen Williams right now, or Josh Allen, because of Twitter,
Yeah, fuck me because I didn't want Bosa.
because of 8-year-old tweets?
I didn't want him.
I wasn't a huge
I was
fan.
outspoken.
Yeah.
Only because a lot of times when the guy is the guy,
Agreed.
he ends
He's
up
not
not
the
being
guy.
the guy.
Exactly.
The last one that was, and Steve's been right both times because the last one that was Myles Garrett. Steve was right on that one.
Yeah.
Wrong on Foster, though.
Yeah, he was the guy. He was everything you wanted on the field.
Yeah.
What happened?
You know?
Wasn't he? Why?
He tore his ACL in the first day of training camp.
Okay.
But he was
Or
everything.
Achilles, maybe.
He was everything on the field advertised. He was a menace.
Some games, yeah. Other games, it was just no. But yeah, I mean, first play of the game. They run that stupid fucking trick play, and like you said, it's funny because it ended up being one of their 9 first downs on the entire night.
Yeah, it just reeked of desperation though. Like as soon as I saw it, I went, "Okay, you got Nick Chubb. What are you doing?
Yeah.
It's 1st and 10. Give the ball to Nick Chubb."
Yep.
Like, I mean, I get trying to like maybe play action. Like I get that, like that's game plan. But that to come out with that, come on.
So there was an early challenge on the opening drive. There was an early challenge that Shanahan won that prevented a big pass down the sideline, and I think that was huge for not necessarily setting a tone for the game, but had they completed that pass, they were in field goal range, and the game could have been completely different.
For sure.
I'm not saying that we would have lost, but I don't think that it would have been quite as a massacre as it was. Because they would have probably gotten a field goal, possibly a touchdown, if they were still feeling themselves a little bit before they got broken. And opening play of the second drive, Bosa brings the heat, and Baker throws a ball where Sherman can jump up for the kind of easy interception.
Yeah, he had to reach for it. But
Yeah.
he got there. Number 36 on his career.
Yeah. I mean, he's balling this year, Richard Sherman. He is...
Got a couple interceptions, 2 or 3, right?
Yeah, he is back. He is much more back from that Achilles than he was last year. That's for sure.
Yeah, he's still not
He's not 2014 Richard Sherman.
No, and he's still not the best cornerback in the league.
No.
But he's a serviceable starter and a above average starter for sure.
I think he's playing like a Pro Bowler right now.
and
Yeah, I would agree.
I disagree with that. I don't think he is a Pro Bowler. I think he might be a Pro Bowler because his name is Richard Sherman.
I think the plays that he makes on the sidelines too, pushing guys out of bounds to force incompletions and stuff like that, like how physical he is, not necessarily the interceptions or the passes defense, but just his tackling ability, the way he can play, his technique, just like he's just such a clean corner.
I think I don't think he's playing Pro Bowl cornerback. I think he might be a Pro Bowler because his name is Richard Sherman and people know who he is.
Yeah,
but
that's
if you
usually...
watch these games, it seems to me like they're throwing more to his side than they are
Then
to
they have been
Emmanuel
past
Mosley's
years, yeah.
or Akella Witherspoon's
They
side.
are.
And that tells you a lot.
Yep.
I mean, if they're willing in the past, you just didn't even throw there unless you had to. But they're going after him. They're having no problem going after him, and they're making catches. Not all the time, but he's making plays too.
It's also possible that our free safeties that you don't really see on the TV on the broadcast angle are shifting over to help Mosley
for sure,
and that's why they are going at Sherman. But I honestly did not look at the all 22 that much in this game. So Salah dials up a pretty rare blitz. You haven't seen too many blitzes this year because we haven't had to, but he just dials up a blitz just for fun. For Matterson, just for fun, with Quan Alexander and Kwan. So Quan and Kwan come in on a blitz and they end up getting home for a drive.
Yeah, that had me so confused. And then I got them all.
Well, the announcer said it wrong too at one point.
Yeah, but then I got
Don't even get me started on the announcers.
Then I got him mixed up with Akella Witherspoon, and I was just all fucked up.
Now, let me backtrack just a second before it goes too far. When I say that about Richard Sherman, I think he's our most valuable player in the secondary. I just don't think he's playing Pro Bowl cornerback. I think what he does for Emmanuel Mosley and what he does for Akella Witherspoon
For the whole defense,
and what he does for
really.
Nope, disagree. What I'm talking about is what he does for the cornerbacks.
Okay.
If you watch his mic'd up, every play he's over there with Emmanuel Mosley talking about what happened, praising him for the good stuff, giving him pointers for next time, and I think that is invaluable. I don't think you could even put.
That's
a price
why you
on
pay
that.
him $8 million.
For sure.
But I'm saying he leads on the defense as a whole as well.
Yeah, he's a leader.
Yeah, for
But-
sure.
But what he does for them is
Right.
totally
I
different
gotcha.
than what he
Yeah,
does.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, he's hyping up the D linemen, but he's like coaching the other corners.
I got you.
A little bit later on, DeForest Buckner is able to force a fumble that gets recovered by Nick Bosa. If you see Bosa, he gets double teamed on that play. He falls down on the ground. You kind of
He doesn't stop.
he doesn't stop.
He doesn't stop.
He keeps going. He gets rewarded with the fumble recovery.
He don't stop, Steven.
He got the ball.
So
Yay.
I forget what part of the game this is. I didn't jot it down, but Cleveland finally starts putting a drive together, and on a 1st and goal from the 7, Kwaski Tart and Bosa dropped Nick Chubb for a 5-yard loss.
Yeah, I remember the.
That was a big play because now you go from 1st and goal at the 7 to 2nd and goal from the 12. That changes your play calling on the next play quite a bit.
Tart's playing good football.
I think it was the next play. Emmanuel Mosley swats away a touchdown pass, and his responsibility on that play was to cover 2 receivers, but read the quarterback's eyes. He read his eyes absolutely perfectly. He was able to get back to the receiver and make a play on the ball without hooking his hip or causing a flag. That was a big time play by Emmanuel Mosley.
I think he played great. I think Jaquaski Tart's been playing good ball all year because we haven't even said his name, which means he's doing a good job.
Yeah.
And I think Jimmy Ward played a great game.
I think rising tide lifts all ships. Lifts all ships. Where you go out and you get these 2 edge rushers, and
For sure. Less time to cover.
Yeah.
You're going to do better covering.
and not so much that, it's just the intensity is contagious.
For sure.
Everybody kicks it up a notch.
If you can't get fired up after the way Bosa was playing, you probably don't belong in the
I think
league.
everybody is a better player this year individually because the sum of the parts is greater than the whole.
I think they're gonna have a field day with golf.
But even like that long run that Chubb did have, you saw the difference between having Jimmy Ward out there and having Tavarius Moore out there.
The technique
Because
was
it's
perfect.
and the angle, he had the right angle. He got a big play, but it wasn't a touchdown.
Yeah, perfect technique by Jimmy Ward. He was definitely not quite as rusty as I expected, to be honest.
Yeah.
Who had the interception?
That was Kawan at the goal line.
But it was batted by Mosley, right?
No,
No,
it
it
was
was-
batted by the receiver's
Yeah, the
own
receiver
foot or
bobbled
his
it.
knee.
Yeah.
But
You know what really struck out
My
to me?
dudes called that. That was amazing. They were like, "This is gonna be a pick 6," but
What
not
stuck out
quite.
to me on both interceptions was the returns.
yeah,
They were in traffic. Both of them were in traffic. And both of them had some good blocks. Richard Sherman had a great block on Kwan's return.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch it, he drops, I think it's a tight end, whoever 88 is. He drops that dude, and that dude's gaining up from behind, and Quan Williams has no idea he's coming, and you know he's going to try and strip it from a defensive back that has no idea how to carry the ball. And Sherman just drops him. And then on Sherman's, I don't know if you guys feel this way, but when he's running with the ball in his hand, I can't even sit still. It's so nerve-wracking because it's all over the
I
place.
get what you're
He's
saying.
very clearly a defender and not an offensive player.
which is strange because you know what he got recruited for at Stanford,
That ball
it
is...
was wide receiver.
wide receiver.
He's running with the ball like in every direction. I'm like, oh my
Yeah,
God.
he
Just
was-
get on the ground. It's our fucking ball.
Yeah, high school wide receiver turned into a corner.
Did not know that.
So Armstead, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but he has been flirting with that neutral zone all season long, and he finally got called for it. And granted, this game was out of hand, but in big time games with a closer score, that shit is inexcusable, and that's going to come back to bite you in the ass in a big moment.
Still no Solomon Thomas, right?
Garbage time. That's the only time he was out there.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
mean-
I saw him celebrating.
At this point, his stock is so low that he's not even tradable. Like I'm not going to take a 4th round pick for Solomon Thomas because I'd rather just give Solomon another year to possibly get better. It's a 4th round pick isn't even worth it to me. He's not tradable at this point.
Well, I guess we'll see how that pans out.
So the Browns end up on the play that Jimmy Ward had technique on Chubb. The reason why he broke through was because they lined up Chubb as a fullback, and we got distracted by OBJ at running back.
Yep.
Gotta hand it to him. That was pretty nifty. Good play call there.
That's one.
There's the one. And on that same drive, Jimmy Ward takes down Nick Chubb alone, all by himself at the line of scrimmage while they were on a 2nd and goal. Big time tackle from a guy that definitely weighs about 20 pounds less than Nick Chubb. I was expecting that to be a broken tackle easily.
Jimmy brought the heat.
Bosa, later in the game, he ends up splitting a double team. He makes a sack on his knees, and then a little bit later, he gets around another double team, and that's where he sacks Mayfield like right before the half, and he has that big celebration.
Well, he didn't he sacked him, but it was called that they got him on intentional grounding.
Yeah, but that's definitely a stat correction right there. That was a sack.
Oh, for sure. His knees.
It counts as a sack on a intentional grounding, I think.
Does it?
I think so because that you lose the down. It's a whole. I think to be honest, if I was Cleveland, I would have challenged that call because it looked like his knee was down when he threw the ball.
And then
Right.
fast
It
forwarding
looked like
all
he
the
was
way
down.
to the fourth quarter, he gets Baker again for his 3rd sack of the night. This time forcing a fumble.
But he was only credited 2.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, so maybe it didn't count as one.
Right,
Maybe the
correct.
grounding
It
doesn't.
did.
we're counting it as 3.
Okay.
His 3rd sack, he ends up forcing a fumble. It just doesn't get recovered by us. But yeah, just fucking crushed it.
Boopity beep.
So,
Beep.
not yet. Special teams.
Oh, come on, Steve.
We had the 3 missed field goals, which I believe 2 were probably due to the long snapper, and I think 1 was just a miss from Robbie.
No, one was blocked.
1 was blocked, but I think the block happened because it was a bad snap.
Oh, they
Or-
didn't
or-
say that. They said the guy just got around.
Okay.
Yeah, he had
So
a
we
great
had-
play, and he was pushed, and then he
And they say he got his hand up just
it was
luckily in the
crazy.
one
yeah,
spot.
it was a luck thing
Yeah.
for sure.
So 3 misses. 1 was on the long
Bad
snapper. 1 was blocked, and 1 was just a Robbie miss. You had the Marcel Harris forced fumble on OBJ. You had Wisnowski's bobbled fucking bad snap where he bobbled it and barely got it off.
But he got it,
He did.
Yeah, we looked bad on special teams. Richie James looked terrible.
which
Well-
is odd because we usually look pretty good.
Richie James did have a 31-yard punt return.
That's the one good one he had. Everything else was terrible.
The kickoff return out of bounds.
And why is he not catching balls instead of letting them bounce another 15 yards?
When you're up 30 points in the game, what does it matter whether you get the ball at the 10-yard line or the 20-yard line? Whereas if you go for it and you cause a turnover right there,
I'm saying fair catch it, not run it.
why even risk a fair catch?
I'm sure that the coach tells them to fair catch a ball and not let it bounce another 15 yards.
I mean, yeah, that makes
I'm
sense.
positive of that. Bad decision making.
Yeah.
And the kickoff one, there's literally no, there's no argument for that.
Yeah, that
Why
was-
on earth are you catching that ball if you can't stay in bounds?
No clue. But very impressed with...
And he's looked good all year. That was the first time where I even noticed that he was doing anything I didn't
Yeah.
like.
So, very impressed with Mitch Wish recovery on the bad punt.
And his the one return that Richie James did have was like the best time to have it.
It was
put us
right
back
before the half.
It was like perfect. Like if you're going to only have one, let that be the one.
It got us in field goal range.
Yeah.
Granted, we missed it,
but still,
we were able to
but
score
he
before
put us
the half.
at a chance to get points before half. Yeah.
Yep. All right, Joe.
Boopity beep, beepity boop, beast of the week. Here it is.
This better be a no-brainer.
Yeah, I mean, do we even have to do it? It's going to be Brady Bosa.
It better be. I mean, who else?
I'm good with it.
I mean, it's not even close. It's,
I'm not
Do you
gonna,
know?
I'm not gonna
Do you know
argue
that
it.
a Patriots fan said to me, "Jimmy G didn't look all that good this week, huh?"
yeah, because he's
was
listening
like,
to
what
the
are you
fucking
talking
broadcast.
Where are you? I go, huh?
They
He goes, he didn't look that accurate, and I go, oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know if
Okay.
we watched the same game.
I mean, I will say I follow the league pretty closely, where I kind of know the comings and goings of almost most of the teams. The Browns this year especially, and like I can tell what biased what biased broadcasting sounds like. I don't know what the Browns are paying Booger McFarland, but I swear to God, he didn't even know that the Niners were playing a football game. All he knew is that the Browns were playing a football game and they were getting their ass kicked
Yeah, how'd that
by
work
some
out?
team.
Fuck out of here.
Like, I thought Jimmy looked fine. A
Yeah.
few easy passes that he didn't complete, What do you want to have a perfect game?
You want to throw for 350 when they're up by 30?
And let me just emphasize this
outta
one
here.
more time.
Oh,
Jimmy Garoppolo has 14 career NFL starts.
How long did it take him to say that?
Half
Until
the
he was
game.
on the field?
But before the game, in pregame, I heard it twice. This is only Baker Mayfield's 18th start. Didn't even talk about Jimmy's 14th start. So get the fuck out of here.
it's okay, Steve. Let them be misinformed. Don't be so upset.
Everybody thinks that Jimmy Garoppolo has all this live game experience.
He's got a ring.
Even our own fans don't even realize it.
He's got 2 rings.
He technically hasn't even played a full season of football.
He's got 2 rings, Steve.
He does. I will scream it from the mountaintops.
Mountaintops.
Find a mountaintop and scream it, Steve-O.
I've been trying to.
It's right here. It's a gold-blooded mountain.
Go over to that little fucking castle you guys got in town.
Oh, that's a cute castle.
Yeah,
huh?
get up there. Scream it from the top of the castle.
Little
Steve.
Castle Craig action.
Make a billboard.
Or just a horsecock billboard.
That's right. All
right.
What we got?
I don't know. What we got for time here?
We should wrap this one.
Wrap it.
Okay, so
Freestyle.
email us at goldbloodedpodcast@gmail.com. Instagram, Gold-Blooded Podcast, one word. There is a Patreon. We thrive off your donations, and we appreciate the hundreds and millions of dollars that we've already have been donated to us, but we'd appreciate a couple more millions.
Yeah, use some of our locks of the week to get fucking rich because we're crushing it over here. And then take those winnings and, pay it back a little
Flip
bit.
it back. Steve, tell them where to do that.
Patreon.com/GoldBlood Podcast.
That's right. With that said, catch us on the flip side, you fucking twats.
Find out what happened in the field goal contest.